Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and beardlings and everything else in between, Shamook, and welcome back to Divide and Conquer, where we are continuing our dwarf campaign as the Dwarves of Khazad-dûm. Oh, that's an appropriate quote, because last time Gandalf killed the Balrog for us. He did indeed. He killed the Balrog for us. We killed the goblins that were trying to attack the place. And now we're marching north to go and fight Gundabad and Angmar. I believe our next course of action is to take Goblin Town. Yes, indeed. We're going to take Goblin Town. And I think we have a former Bjorning town under our control, but I'm going to try and give it back to the Bjornings, I've decided. Because I'm not really interested in holding on to it and managing it. And having it become a bone of contention between our two peoples. So, yes, Fenholm, this is the place. I've had to dump Farron in there to keep the place under control, but as you can see, the unrest is noticeable. We're building a brewery to help a little bit with that, but it won't really help anytime soon. It'll be a slow process. There's Maythelberg. And right there, we can't see it right now, but right there is Goblin Town. So I'm trying to decide what we ought to deal with first. Now, the thing about Goblin Town is it's owned by Angmar, so by attacking it, I will start a war with Angmar. Which I don't know. I don't. Part of me really doesn't like the idea of fighting Gundabad and Angmar at the same time, but I want Goblin Town. I want it. It's a mountain settlement. We ought to have it. We definitely ought to have it. So, and someone really needs to help the free peoples of Eriador right now, because they are suffering. Angmar is kicking their asses, so they need some help.
Aye, my liege.
Yeah. So that's kind of the plan at the moment. We've got two armies, one led by Dwildin. I didn't realise he had the 10 Dragon Slayers with him. I forgot about them. Yeah, so he's got an army of pretty much entirely infantry and one unit of Dwarven Travellers and the Blacklock Engineers, and then we've got
Aye, my liege.
Owen's army, which has more or less the same, but with a few more archers and also a Dwarven Ballista, which so far has been a bit useless, to be completely honest, but hey.
I'm gonna stick you.
Yes, I think the next thing we'll do is we'll take Methelberg, just so we don't get snuck up on. We'll take Methelberg and then Goblin Town after that. That's my plan, I think. Thing is,
Aye, noble sire.
can we give Fenholm back to the Bjornings as soon as possible? Because I'm gonna need a general to garrison Goblin Town when we take it.
Something to investigate.
But I think all my emissaries are all out in like the far corners of fucking nowhere. He's there at Erebor for a quest. This guy's on his way to Thorin's Halls for the same quest. I don't think I can recruit any more diplomats. We're at our limit, aren't we, or something? Yeah, agent limit reached, so yeah, that's kind of annoying. I wish there was a console command to just initiate diplomacy with a faction, but this is one of the things I don't like about the old Total War games. For the most part, I find most of the changes they made in the newer Total War games to be not very good changes. But one of the changes I do like is that you can initiate diplomacy at any time with any faction that you are aware, that you know on the map, without having to fuck around with diplomats and emissaries and stuff.
An honor, my lord.
You would expected a better showing from Butterbur over there. He's done a lot better in my High Elf campaign. So I'm a little surprised by how poorly he's been doing in this, but I suppose he's been getting bullied by Dunland and Enedwythe as well in this one. So, yeah. Alright, end turn. So, funny thing, even though I muted the game soundtrack and replaced it with the Lotro one to avoid the VOD getting muted, I still can't monetize these videos because the end turn sound effects, like the one we just got there, every time I hit the end turn button, are copyrighted and they get flagged in the system. So I still can't monetize the VODs for this on YouTube, which is very annoying. I realized recently that two out of like the 4 series I'm doing on YouTube at the moment are unmonetizable. This and Empire at War. I can't monetize either of them because of the music in them. So I'm basically doing them for free. Which is nice and all, but like, goddamn. No wonder my paycheck's been a bit slim lately. Dol Guldur has been cleansed. The Orcs of Dol Guldur are running from the fortress, filled with fear of the free peoples. The Orcs and other servants couldn't handle the fury of elves and men, and they are cleansing the dungeons of what is left of the from the Dark Lord's creations. Soon the free peoples will inhabit the southern region of Mirkwood, and it will become green and new. How the enemy will react is unknown. Our spies have sent us a detailed report of the devastation, and I would suggest you turn your attention to the site of the battle, my lord. Lorien prospers, coincidentally. The woods of Lorien are filled with song and secretive celebration. In the deepest upon Amroth and Caras Galaton, the beauty and graces resounding, the blah 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 blah. Leadership of Celeborn was always filled with belief, and he brings his war mastery to fruitful success, so on and so forth. Grand. Dwarves of Ered diplomatic relations. Well, I can do that. I can actually do that. We've reached the Blue Mountains, as a matter of fact. Our agent has arrived in the Blue Mountains. Our kinsfolk here usually live very peaceful lives, but are still ready for war when the time comes. When our agent spoke the words of our victory, all of Thorin's halls broke into cheer and celebration. Now we must wait and hope that dwarven warriors come to Khazad-dûm from the west. Yeah, but the thing is, I have an axe to grind with the Dwarves of the Blue Mountains because they accepted Sauron's offered gift and have now made war upon the elves, which is incredibly annoying. They're also fighting Angmar, which just muddies the waters further, but they're a bit like Enedwaith. They're being one of those really annoying factions that doesn't want to pick a side right now. And we've reached the Lonely Mountain. The king was so delighted about our victory, he immediately sent for a company of dwarven men to march to Khazad-dûm. The king was worried about Durin's Bane, but was overall happy that the halls are ours once more. We must wait for these dwarves to eventually arrive at Khazad-dûm and hope more come in the future. Excellent. And we built a market in Khazad-dûm and an army barracks in Khazad-dûm West. Lovely. Alliance announced between the Vale of Dorwinion and Lothlorien. Nice. Relations good with the remnants of Angmar for some weird reason. Some of the faction relations in this game are a little bit peculiar, and I've never really figured out why. Like, when I was playing the High Elves, I kept having my relations improve with the Goblins of Moria for some reason. Even though I kept attacking them, my relations continued to improve, and it was like, why? What's going on here? I don't get it. This is very strange.
My king, marching now.
Alright, so let's head back down here to Khazad-dûm itself. So we built that market. What do we want to build now? Oh, cat's fidgeting again. What are you doing, Colin? You're going to fall off if you keep doing that. Cat is on my lap today, everybody, in case you didn't know. Just going to move you like that, buddy. There you go. That's a bit better. Not going to fall off now. He's on my lap. It's a cold day, and he's been glued to my lap all evening, pretty much. So he's here with us, playing the game. Let's see. Miners Union, Durin's Armory. Not a bad idea. Does give you a garrison, doesn't it? Fairground. That's the next one up, isn't it? From the market. Let's get that. More money to pay for all the new troops we've got. Speaking of which, more troops and a fairground. Okay. That's amazing how our recruitment has exploded since the barracks event. That's actually really good. I'm liking it a lot. Anyway, nice to see Lothlorien are doing well. I imagine it's them what took Mirkwood. Yes, indeed, they did. They took Dol Guldur, I mean, to say. Excellent. Good to see the forces of evil getting their asses kicked somewhere in this campaign.
Honor, my lord.
Right. I believe we have some snow orcs to murder.
We march to
Hello. I'm surprised they didn't withdraw, actually. Open battle it is, then.
attack.
I wonder which character that's meant to be. There's like a whole bunch of people it could be. Right. So, how are we going to get this set up?
How about some fighting? Forward.
Hello, Nosy the Bard. How are you doing? Let's get the ballisters over there. Should I just get every single melee unit and line them up? Like, that's one way to do it, I suppose. Just do that. And I got my Bjorning cavalry as well, which I'm not going to use. Really, the only thing I intend to use these guys for is chasing fleeing enemies, I think. That's the plan with them. That's what they're here for, really. Oh, and of course we have Owen and his Zenith Guard, who can just sit here. A bit more towards the center, there we go. Alright. Hi there, Snow Orcs. How you doing? They're going to do something dumb like walk towards this slightly raised bit of ground here. Or are they actually going to fight us properly? King's Axes. These guys are pretty good, actually. I was very impressed with them in the last couple of battles. That's actually a really good idea. Thank you for pointing that out. There we go.
Nothing stands taller than the might of the dwarves.
Oh, they're pretty much all grouped anyway, aren't they? There we go. Excellent.
Nothing stands taller than the might of the dwarves.
You can't just manually move them around in the thing. Like, you can pick them up and drag them like this, but you can't actually shuffle them. I think that's a later game thing. It's kind of annoying, actually. All right, should we shoot somebody with these ballisters? How about them? And move out of the way.
Keep those ropes tight. Night missiles.
Much better off with catapults, but these will do. The ballisters are mostly useful for just provoking a reaction out of the enemy, which is exactly what they're doing right now. They don't really kill very many orcs, but they do get them to move. Our guys already firing. They are indeed. I've even got a slightly raised up bit here so the crossbowmen can shoot properly over the heads of the guys in front. Excellent. I mentioned before the stream started, when we were doing the pre-stream segment, I played some Age of Sigmar recently at an event. And I brought my Cities of Sigmar army, which included a unit of dwarves. And I found a very, very useful application for the dwarves, which was I could park them directly in front of my musketeers. And they're short enough that the musketeers could shoot over their heads. Alright, you guys are good. You can stop now.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Alright. Bjorning cavalry. I'm going to send you after these archers. Just need them to stop shooting at us. I've got some very inappropriate Hobbit Shire music playing in the background for this epic battle, as is often the case. Oh, I didn't manage to get you guys to flank round. You've ended up getting into a fight anyway. Jolly good. How you doing over here, Bjornings? You kicking their asses? You do seem to be, yes.
The enemy general has no honor. He flees the field of battle and abandons his men.
Fleeing the wrong direction, apparently.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
Still got that weird glitch where he suddenly briefly becomes human-sized in order to do some of the animations. So our archers are shooting down some of these fleeing ones. You guys can chop them up. In fact, you can go help the Bjornings. Go give the Bjornings a hand with this swarm of archers. I think I've lost more Bjornings than I thought I would there, but do you know what? It's fine. We're in Bjorning territory right now. I can just recruit some more. It's fine. Just need these guys to rout, honestly. That's the main thing. Meanwhile, we'll get the Bjornings to chase down all those other fleeing ones. Go on, off you go.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Man, this is some stubborn archers. They do not intend to run away, do they? Stop slacking, Bjornings. Go chase them. There we go. And now these.
The enemy army flees.
Finally.
After them. Cut the cowards down.
Apparently the general's unit is over here somewhere. There it is. Is that actually their general? It might be. I don't think I got a notification for the general being dead, so I wanted to slow it down to normal time then, but I couldn't quite manage it. There he goes. Lost 143 guys. How many of them were healed? A fair few? 10 Khazad volunteers, a fat handful in other units. That's alright. They had 3 soldiers remaining after that. Lovely. Aha. Now, this lot are orcs, so they get the chop. Unlike the Dunlendings. Oh, hello. Oh, can we draw out the garrison in a single battle? That'd be perfect. It means I don't have to take the town. This is excellent. Right. Oh goody, forest. I do love me some forest in a total war battlefield. Where's the... There they are. Lord Owen. You know what, Lord Owen? You stand right at the front, matey. You get involved this time. You don't just stand at the back. This isn't Rome Total War. You aren't a puny human. You get to stand at the front and get involved. Your bodyguard automatically replenishes. Why aren't we not using you? What do I do with the ballistas, though? That's the question. No good place for these at all in this battle, if I'm honest, so... Do not fire at will, just sit at the back, honestly. March! Unless the Rome general's an AI, in which case they charge the phalanx head on and rout it, yep. I think that was the point where I kind of, I fell out of love with Napoleon Total War, actually. I hated Empire. Empire was a piece of garbage. And then Napoleon came along, and it seemed more competently made. Like, they, you know, the AI actually understood vaguely how to form a line of muskets, for example. It seemed like an improvement. And then I was playing it once. I was doing a British campaign. I was having fun with it. I had it modded a bit as well, you know. I was having a good time with it. And then I fought Napoleon himself. And the greatest general of the modern era bravely charged himself and his bodyguard unit straight into a cavalry square. You know, an infantry square against cavalry. And were all killed. And I was just sitting there like... I don't think I like this game anymore.
Riders!
Are there reserves from the town coming up here? Yeah. Can you see the town in the distance? Again, it might be too foggy to see it. How did you end up there? Why? Why'd you... I told you to go to the front, Owen. What's going on, mate? Alright, you know what, let's not mess around, let's just go. Alright, forget it. No pikemen. Pikemen are great in a standard battle, but I need to get aggressive and on advance here, so... Close the distance, stop them from shooting at us. You guys can stop firing at will. Not interested in you accidentally shooting our own dwarves in the back of the head.
Winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
All of you, this way. Make sure their flank is secured. Move up those pikes as well, I guess. Okay. Khazad sentries, in you go. Owen, bring your guys around here. At least this forest isn't as bad as the old Rome Total War forests, the vanilla ones. You just could not see what on earth was going on. That goes all gone to bad pretty well so far, although, you know, we're in the process of basically poking the bear with a stick. Oh, hello, Mountain Guard. They finally brought up a decent unit. Enemy started routing. They have indeed. Oh my, what? I did not see this. Well, fuck, that's annoying. Who can I divert to deal with that? The pikemen, maybe? Eridluin militia. Alright, Bjornings. I know there's significantly fewer of you now, but I need you to get over here and chase those guys off. Oh, no, you don't. Mountain Guard. Get back here. You fucking get back here. You're not running away back to your town. Oh my, why would you do that, Bjornings? Why? Oh, for Christ's sake. Why are you going through the enemy spearmen to get off? You fucking idiots. You deserve to be dead. Ugh. The Waterstones dwarves here with the branded shit. I know there's probably a lower reason why they have big W's on their shields, but it just looks like they all work for Waterstones. Oh, for goodness sake, they're not even routing, are they? They're actually decided to just stick around and fight. I want to kill these Mountain Guard, but they just refuse to stick around. They keep withdrawing. Stop running away and fight me, you cowards.
Look, the enemy are badly blooded. They have lost half their men.
Can we try and surround them?
We have captured the enemy general.
Oh, that's good at least.
That will teach the cowardly dog to turn tail and run. I shall leave you. Keep up now. Get ready, dwarves. You know what to do. That's what we might do, friends. Keep up now. Let's get going. Battle at last. Stand strong, my bearded friend.
Are they running? They're trying to break out. Stop them. Please.
The enemy
There we
general
go.
lies dead. Let the crows have his miserable bones, and let our swords have his men.
Finish them off, boys.
Enough for everybody.
Different general. There's 2 armies in this battle. They had an unnamed Captain Zagluk,
Look
and
how
then
our cowardly foe runs.
that guy we just killed was Mukar, who's an actual sort of proper general. Alright then. Well, that's that. I guess there's a few of them still running away somewhere. Indeed. Go and get them, Bjornings. Probably going to disband this lot and recruit some new ones at the earliest opportunity. Yeah, that'll do.
This is a clear victory.
Lost 174 dwarves. Well, most of that's probably the bloody Bjornings, actually. Did heal some, including the Khazad sentries. Execute. There we go. Freetown, everybody.
Victory, my king. We march to battle. A proud victory.
Man, they've had it a while, haven't they? There's a lot of Melkor's shadow culture influence there. Still a fair chunk of Northmen and Dunedain and Elven, though. At least. Now, in an ideal world, I'd just give this straight back to the Bjornings, but unfortunately, don't have a free diplomat right now. Well, actually, this guy's fulfilled his job up here, so he can at least start making his way down here to Bjorn's Hall, which will take him another 2 turns, apparently. So, oh, hello, King Thranduil. Howdy doodly do. Fancy meeting you here. With his arid Hirith. They're decent. They're not bad. They're not as good as Gil-galad's company, but then virtually nothing in the game is. Good melee attack, though. Decent missile attack. I'm guessing they're very accurate. Accuracy very high, yeah. And he probably has a cool special ability as well, to be fair. Right, Mithelberg is behaving itself right now, mostly because of Owen's completely bonkers governor's influence. Look at that. Bring up Duwildin here. I might... Let's just hop out here. There's no mercenaries available, sadly. So I'll hold on to these 19 Bjornings for now.
An honor, my lord.
Or bring up Duildin's army, and I might replace some of the more depleted units here with ones from Duildin's stack. Okay. There's old Balin recruiting more dudes. Khazad-dûm West is also recruiting more dudes. Good to see. I want to have at least one decent army here for mostly home defense, I think. Honestly, because I don't... It's anyone's guess what might end up creeping up from the south to come and get us when I'm not expecting it, really, so... I'm very limited as well in where I can build watchtowers here. Although, actually, apparently I own all of this down here, so... I could send Lowflyer out there to go build some watchtowers. Hit our income a little bit with him going away, but, you know, it's fine. Go there, build me a watchtower. I mean, I'm not expecting an attack from the elves, I'll be honest, but sometimes stuff sneaks through their territory to get to us, so... Right, and then you can head south next turn and build some towers down here. Especially if we go to war with Angmar. Angmar will probably send... I wouldn't be surprised at all if Angmar sends dudes right down here, down the Bruin, and to actually attack us in Khazad-dûm. I can totally see them doing that. Just ignoring all the elves along the way to get to us. Because this area here around the Bruinen, this whole sort of Troll Shores region, is usually crawling with enemy stacks, even when you're playing as the elves. I like when I was doing a high elf campaign, it's like there were always either Moria goblins or Angmar guys sort of wandering around this region. Elves need some cleansing as well. No, they don't. Don't be daft. Hang you upside down by your bollocks for saying such things. They are our valued allies.
An honor, my lord. Aye, my liege.
Do you want to build a watchtower there? I mean, it's like 10 gold. It's like, you might as well build one every single turn just for giggles. It's like, why not, eh? Don't stop and control country. No, it's not a good idea.
Yes, my king.
So what they got hiding out in Goblin Town here? Got this dude. Atagavia, conqueror of Goblin Town. If I conquer it from him, do I get... does Owen get to be conqueror of Goblin Town then? It's his bodyguard unit like Witch Knights. They're okay, I guess. Not as good as some of our beefiest units. He's got Angmar infantry. And probably more of the same if I had to guess. Move a bit closer and try and get a better look, maybe. Here we go, yeah. Thralls, which are they're really shit. Thralls and Hillmen are dreadful. They're really bad. It's amazing how the Angmar AI actually does as well as it does, considering their early game units are amazingly trash. Conqueror of the Conqueror of Goblin Town. I like it. I don't think Owen actually even has a cool title yet, does he? No, he's just Lord Owen, so... Oh, it's a spy. I was hoping we could recruit a new diplomat, but no, it's a spy. But, you know what? More spies is good. They're useful. They're like little movable watchtowers. Speaking of which... Oh man, like the Bjornings are having a real renaissance over here. They've got some decent armies marching about now. Good stuff, although Uthak here probably has something to say about that. Keep an eye on him.
An honor, my lord.
If Thorin were here, he'd tell him not to trust those filthy pointy ears. No, he wouldn't. For one thing, Tolkien's elves canonically do not necessarily have pointy ears. That is a weird thing that just seems to have happened at some point. Everyone collectively decided that elves had pointy ears and long hair, even though there's not a huge amount of textual evidence for that in Tolkien's actual work. The most distinguishing feature of elves from humans is actually their eyes and not their ears in everything he's written. And for another thing, film Thorin and book Thorin are two different people.
My king.
Now, Thorin probably didn't have an amazingly great view of the woodland elves, because they imprisoned him. But the dwarves have had beef with the Sindar elves for a long time, and it goes both ways as well. Thranduil, was it his dad or his grandfather? Was it Thingol? Was Thranduil the son of Thingol, or is he the grandson of Thingol? I can't remember, but either way, Thranduil had a very close relative murdered by the dwarves, so, you know, there's some beef there. Do you know, even though I want to give this back to the Beyondings, I'm still going to build the brewery anyway. I just like the idea of everywhere the dwarves go, they just build a brewery. Free of charge. Dwarven ale for the locals. Oh, I can actually see the stats of these Angmar and infantry now. They're definitely better than these guys, but they're still not very good. Attack 7, defense 11. Meh. We can get the stats on the Witch Knights, though. They are attack 11, defense 28, which is pretty decent. Most of that defense is armor, to be fair, but you compare it to... Well, I can't actually get the stats for Owen's Zenith Guard right now, but they're much better. I mean, Legion Shield Guard, attack 6, defense 26. They're... actually, you know what? I thought our heavy infantry were much better. Turns out that's actually not true at all. Defense 23, defense 26, defense 20. Alright, yeah, fair enough. As a matter of fact, I'm too used to playing as the elves, apparently. As a matter of fact, we probably should be worried about those Witch Knights. Are Angmar Númenóreans, or are they just other humans? I think they're just, you know, Northmen. You know, middlemen, but there might be some, you know, some Númenóreans scattered in there somewhere. It's sort of we don't have an awful lot of information about the Kingdom of Angmar, really, so you know, there's a bit of conjecture there. I mean, a lot of Angmar, in air quotes, is really actually the remnants of the Kingdom of Rhudaur, and Rhudaur was formerly part of Arnor, and Arnor were Númenóreans originally, so...
I would fight for your people as if they were my own, friend. Aye, noble sire.
Who's that down there? Kundmaethor.
Your attention is an honor, noble ally. Aye, my
Anything else we need to do this turn? I don't think so. Oh, there was that. Right, yes. Visit Thorin's Hall. Knew I'd forgotten something. Hello, Arid Luin Dwarves. I don't suppose I could convince you to stop being stupid dickheads. Stop attacking the High Elves and focus all of your attention on Angmar instead, you idiots. Yeah, I do like that it's that going evil's an option for the Arid Luin Dwarves. That's pretty neat. They actually did that in this playthrough, although they've been very non-committal about it. Gurn! Father of Got. He's a broad beam, he's a dwarf, obviously, respects the enemy. Not sure how I feel about that. Sure. Axesmith's Guild in Metal, but no, we're not going to hold on to it, so there's no point. Fornost assaulted. Reinforcements arrived. The King's miners have finally arrived. With them come dwarven men and women from the Lonely Mountain to help out in Khazad-dûm. The King sends his goodwill and hopes for the eventual defeat of the Terror Farbler. Someone needs to... He missed the memo, apparently, that we defeated the Balrog. 750 new citizens arrived at Khazad-dûm. Sweet. Sons of the Foot. Right, these are our really top tier guys. Yeah, these are definitely better than Witch Knights. Axguard of Erebor. I think I should send Gurn with some of these units up north, honestly, actually. Axguard of Erebor. Meh, they can stay here. First Legion. They can probably stay here. I think Sons of the Fallen and... Yeah, I'm going to take you. You're all going north. Very slowly, but you're going north. Right, Lofar. My man. Get down here and start building me some more watchtowers. Okay. Where's my diplomat at? Well, one of my diplomats. Get down here.
Yes, sire.
Are you... Typical Mirkwood elves, just... being speed bumps for the sake of it.
Of course, sire.
I guess we'll wait in here for this turn. Alright. Hi, guys.
Have a proposition?
Don't really know what to do here. Don't want trade map info. Pretty sure you're just... My diplomat is purely here just for the quest thingy.
An honor, my lord.
What's this? Isengard diplomat.
You have something in mind for our people,
Shoo this
noble
creature
one?
away.
You have something in mind for our people, noble
No,
one?
I don't. The only thing I have in mind is crushing you at a later opportunity. Send the spy north. See what we can find.
Moving quietly. On my
What
way.
we have found is Framsburg, apparently.
Quietly. At your service. Moving quietly. They shall not see me, sire.
The Gundabad's retreating to the north. Excellent. That's what I like to see.
Watching you, scum.
Hello, Queen. Thank you very much for 52 months of subbage. Whoa, that's quite a lot. It's a lot of subbage. A whole 750 dwarves, yes, Django, to add to our population of 8,683, which I think is technically mostly rehabilitated goblins at this point. Yeah.
Aye, my liege.
I probably should have exterminated the populace of Khazad-dûm when I got there, just for the sake of being, like, narratively consistent, but, I did not.
In your name, sire.
So we got to inherit the goblin population.
Aye, sire.
Which is why we're making so much money, I think. Okay, right,
Aye,
so...
Aye, sire. Move out.
It's time to do the army shuffle, everybody.
Aye, noble sire.
Time to shuffle some armies.
An honor, my lord. Onward, my king.
It's up
Aye,
to
sire.
70 Khazad centuries it is,
Move
isn't
out.
it?
Aye, my liege. My king, march! Combining the armies, sire.
An honor, my lord.
Right.
Aye, lord. Aye. My king. Onward.
My king.
You got any other good units to send over there? Guess you got the Blacklock
Aye,
engineers,
sire.
haven't you?
Move out. Aye.
Alright.
Joining us. Aye,
You guys, you get to move in and occupy Metalburg for a while.
Aye, sire.
You guys get to go south and be
Gathering
retrained.
the troops there, sire. Aye. Forward.
And
An honor.
Lord Owen, guess what? We're going down to Goblin Town.
In your name, sire. Aye, my liege.
Mercenaries? Dwarven Traveller mercenaries. Nice. I didn't even notice that. Mercenary dwarves. It's the first time we've seen that.
An honor, my lord. Aye, my liege.
Right. I think that's everything. No, Goblin Town's pathfinding is actually relatively decent. We should be fine. It's actually better than Moria's, frankly. The cable from my headset is sort of drooping down off the edge of the desk right now, and it keeps rubbing up against Colin's ear, and every time it does so, his ear just does the twitchy thing. It's quite funny. It's like it's irritating him, but he also can't be bothered to move, so... The chieftain of Angmar is dead. That's good to know. I guess Agendaur's dead. Yeah, I think they used Agendaur from Lord of the Rings War in the North as their faction leader in this. For Angmar. Which is kind of neat, I guess. And Eladris besieged. Hopefully not for long, though. Reinforcements arrive. 750 citizens arrived from the Blue Mountains. Excellent. We built the brewery in Methelburg. Hurrah. Khazad-dûm West. Stuff recruited. Fornost has fallen. Oh, it sucks. Yeah, we need to help with Angmar. The Angmar problem.
Aye, sire.
Becoming a bit of an issue.
Rest here the night, sire.
Oh, have they got reinforcements?
Ordering your own forces about, eh?
Looks like they've got reinforcements. What do they got? They got Rudour Savages, which are crap. Rudour Pikemen, which are fairly crap. And some Angmar Archers, which are actually, like, as archers go, they're not too bad. I'm honestly more worried about the archers killing my dudes than any of these others, except for the Witch Knights. And they got some friends as well over here. Some more Angmar infantry. Okay. Balin's still kick. Yeah, Balin is living it up down in Khazad-dûm. He's hanging out. Can recruit even more of these guys. Sweet.
Aye, my liege.
I could wait until the all the really good units from with Gurn get up here, but I don't think I'm gonna bother.
Aye, my liege.
I don't think I'm going to bother. I'm just going to attack. Yep.
By your will.
Alright, we're now embroiled in a war with Angmar. This is going to suck, if I'm honest with you, because Angmar's big and they're annoying and they have loads of armies. Okay, this is another one of those weird ones where I think we pretty much only need one ram. We'll build two for giggles, but... Although, actually, I've got ballisters, so I don't think I need to build a ram. Fuck it. Let's just assault straight away.
Attack.
So this is Goblin Town. It's just a big hollow mountain, essentially. But as a result, the pathfinding is pretty good because it's just lots of open space. We're going to go through this little gate here, so we can deploy quite far forward, apparently. That's good. Alright, well, you know what? This is the hard part. I got to try and get the balusters to somewhere they can shoot the gate. This might not work, honestly.
We're watching you. Scout.
Come on. That might be the best I can do. I hope the shots curve over the edge of that hill. Demsov, thanks very much for the Prime sub. Let's get our best guys up at the front here. We've got some witch knights we're going to have to kill in there somewhere. Guys can make the second rank, and then our missile troops at the back. There will actually be enough room in there to make use of them, which is nice. Right, is there anyone else I've forgotten? I don't think so. Alright, Ballister, see if you can bash down that gate. It's hoping. Holy crap, yes. That's lucky. Oh, don't keep missing, guys. There we go. Yes, there is this little tiny gate with this little tiny palisade wall blocking our entry, rather irritatingly. No, I can't. You, Django, buddy, come on. Like, pay attention. Did you not watch me for 5 minutes there trying to get the ballisters closer? How dare you go to the kitchen while I'm streaming? How dare you, sir? We could fit a few dwarves through there, surely, don't you think? I reckon that's enough of a hole. Got half the ammo left still. I think we'll be alright. Speed up times 6. And now you will start missing. Come on, just. There we go.
The gates are down.
Excellent. Right. Can you hit anything from here? Tragically, no. Alright. Ah, most cheerful Hobbit music for our assault on Goblin Town. Excellent. Festive music for you, everybody. Okay, you can just about fit there, apparently. And the Bjornings can just sort of come up here and watch from a distance, I guess. They're not going to be much use today. This little bit of the soundtrack actually reminds me a lot of Age of Empires. They're using the same instrument that a lot of the Age of Empires tracks use. The Waterstones dwarves are on the march again. Lots and lots of spears in this army, aren't there? But, you know, it's canon, so... How did the line from the song go? It was like, something, something... Sword and axes, something, something shining spears were laid in hoard. It's sort of a misconception that the dwarves always use axes. Like, the axe in dwarf culture in Middle-earth seems to hold the same sort of mythical significance that swords do in real life. But they're happy to use swords and spears and mattocks and all the rest of it. A whole gamut of medieval weaponry.
Our soldiers have proved their worth today. The enemy's walls belong to us now.
Good thing the gobbos aren't firing at us with arrows. Well, there aren't any gobbos here, for one thing. But yes, no, the AI is very, very bad at defending the custom cave settlements like this. They tend to just retreat to the middle. Hello, Angmarim dudes. Going to kill you all. Probably ransom you afterwards, and secretly hope that Angmar doesn't pay, but they probably will. Actually, no, this is a siege battle. None of you are getting ransomed. Ha 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 ha! Mattocks. M-A-T-T-O-C-K-S. It's a type of pickaxe. And march! Okay, what happened here at the back, lads? Why are the Eredluin militia forming a column? What are you doing? You loonies. Where are the witch knights? That's a good point, actually. Since you mention it. Where them witch knights at? There they are. They're kind of dorky looking, honestly, if you ask me. It's like we're LARPing as Nazgul. However, they do have very good stats, so we'll have to take them seriously, even though I'm struggling to. I'm not playing as the High Elves in this campaign. I don't have Gil-galad's company that could just chew through them like shit through a goose. That's a good point, actually. We should shoot them with crossbows. Now we've got some. Problem is they are way back there, quite far away from my crossbows. So we're going to have to move up a bit first. Let's have you guys not fire at will as well. I don't want you just randomly shooting off at the peasants at the front there. And pikemen, come out of pike formation, because if you're in pike formation, you walk slightly faster than everyone else, and it's incredibly annoying. In fact, you're still doing it. Arg. Stop, please. Stay in form. Pull home formation! Nope, they're just gonna keep... Yeah, fucking pikemen. Oh, starting to do stuff. Are they bringing up their archers by any chance? Yes, they are. Of course they are. Alright, spread out. Let me guess, the Witch Knights are still carrying at the back? Yep. Alright. Just go. Second line can form up behind them. All my archers target their archers. Although, I think the Witch Knights are on the move finally. Right, regular Dwarven travelers just shoot at the big blob. Blacklock Engineers aim for the Witch Knights.
No longer command the city. I shall lead you.
Get him.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy. Where's the fight?
I get stuck in deep in guard. Legion Hammer Guard. I think you guys are armor piercing, right? Effective against armor. Perfect. Right. You are the ones I want to try and pin down those Witch Knights if I can. Although they seem to have managed to mingle themselves in the middle of the blob here, so that's going to make life difficult. Go, King's Axes. Chop them up. Oh, now we just begin the process of hacking them to pieces. One little peasant at a time. Oh, there goes one of the Witch Knights. Excellent. This one's probably about to die soon as well. Seems like the Zenith Guard have managed to make contact with them, which is good.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Need I remind you, by the way, this right here was Aragorn's big brain tactic in Return of the King, the film. Colin, can you unhook your claws from my shirt? Thank you. Like, you know, I love those films, but like, there's a lot in them that gets just completely overlooked, and people like give him the benefit of the doubt when they probably don't deserve it. And one of them was the Battle of the Black Gate, where Aragorn just turns his entire army into a circle blob. Yes, and well, book Aragorn is smarter in general, but yeah. I mean, people wonder how stupid battle scenes happened in things like Game of Thrones, and all I can do is point to the Lord of the Rings movies and say, you wanted to know why stupid shit happens in Hollywood battle scenes? It's right here, guys. Because they did that in The Lord of the Rings. Peter Jackson did that, and everyone thought it was brilliant. Oh yeah, no, yeah, absolutely. Peter Jackson absolutely jumped the shark with the Hobbit films when the Battle of Five Armies. He just, yeah, yes, I know the exact scene you're talking about, where the dwarves form a shield wall and then the elves just leap over it and jump in front of it to start fighting in front of the shield. I was like, why? And the answer is because Peter Jackson thought it would look cool. Some of our hammer guys in contact with the Witch Knights now. Yes, we have. Excellent. Rend their poxy armor asunder that they've spray painted black. There we go.
General lies dead. We have sent the cart to hell.
Atagavia, conqueror of Goblin Town, is no more.
Come on. Our men are in control of the city.
Look, there's one guy. There we go.
This is a clear victory.
Baruch Khazad, everybody. We lost 92 guys. Looks like about maybe 15, 20 of those, or so of those we healed. So that's not too bad. Quite a lot of the Legion Hammer Guard were healed, actually. Nice. Yeah.
Victory! Well done,
Occupy.
men. A noble victory.
Goblin Town is ours. I could build a better expert, it'd be a bit pointless considering our dwarf culture is 5%. We shall build what we always build first, and that is a brewery. Does Owen get to be Conqueror of Goblin Town now? Yes, he does. Ah, excellent. Oh, Lord Owen, Conqueror of Goblin Town. And we can build a diplomat. Hurrah. And another spy. Right. Now we'll build a nice little wall and wall ourselves in and say, Yabu sucks to you, Angmar. Come and get me. Come on if you think you're hard enough. Just try and take Goblin Town back. Build a diplomat. You'll be a dwarven automata. Construct me a diplomat worthy of Mordor. Right. Maythelberg I'm not going to do anything with because we're handing that over. As soon as the friggin' wood elves will let me pass.
Aye.
Try going around this way instead.
His journey is over, sire.
Aye.
You guys keep moving down here.
Move out. We've marched.
Aye, noble sire.
Okay. Looking good so far. Oh, Drarin.
To investigate.
Let's move. I actually didn't want to do that, honestly.
At your service.
There we go. I want you to come out here and keep an eye on what's moving and shaking on this side of the mountains.
Be gone. Come and
Actually,
you coward.
let's have a look at the world map in general, shall we? Haven't done that in a while. So, Angmar's looking a little shrunken compared to how they were. The Ered Luindor seem to be kicking their asses at long last, which is good. This is usually what kills Angmar. It's the Ered Luindors finally get their shit together after the barracks event and they start steamrolling east. So that's good to see. Breland is just about holding on. They're just being, yeah, besieged by the Dunlending onslaught. The Dunlands have taken Longbottom. Oh no, they're in the Shire. That's not good. Enedwyth is still this annoying yellow blob at the western edge of the map that is now pushing into Gondor because fuck you, that's why. The end boss of this is not going to be Mordor, it's going to be goddamn Enedwyth. Why do you exist, Enedwyth? Why are you a faction? I hate you so much. Gondor's still holding out. Well, Minas Tirith is holding out at the moment, although they've lost Caer Andros at this point. West Osgiliath is under siege again. Gondor's looking a bit ropey at the moment. Definitely, they're really having a rough time in the south. That's the main thing. Dol Amroth is like just not pulling its weight at all at the moment for some reason. And Rohan is just being absolutely exterminated by Isengard. It's a shame, really. For a while there, it looked like they might be able to claw it back, but nope. Looks like they're probably going to lose Nodrith as well soon. Yeah, poor Rohan. In fact, Isengard has Rockburg. Rockburg? Yeah, that should be pronounced Rockburg, I think. So that they now have a border with Lothlorien, which is a bit. Ugh. Dol Guldur is, on the bright side, is being absolutely eaten alive, which is good. I like to see that. I do like to see that. Yeah, Dorwinian's kind of kicking ass and taking names, which is nice to see. As is Dale. Nice. How are the elves doing? They're doing elfy things. Imladris is under siege from a bunch of Angmarim again.
It will be an honor defeating you.
Although I have to assume Imladris will probably win. They usually do.
I am but an ally, Lord.
I don't think I'll need to help out here. I think they've probably got it all under control. It's the poor Dunedain I feel bad for, honestly. They are really not having a great time. They've lost Fenestrunin, they've lost Anuminus, they've lost Fornost. They're not having a good time. They're really not having a good time. I'd quite like to do a campaign as the Dunedain, actually. One of these days, I think it could be quite fun rebuilding the Kingdom of Arnor. Absolute weirdest game of Divine and Conqueror I saw was playing as the Ar-Adunayim and getting the message that Rohan had lost their capital, and when you turned off Fog of War to see what was going on, Khazad-dûm had migrated south to Rohan after having lost their own capital. Oh boy. Medieval 2, such a weird game sometimes. Right, are we building stuff still? Yeah, we're building the fairgrounds, aren't we, still? Jolly good. Have we moved everything we want to move? I think we have. Enter. Also, the music stopped, I've noticed that. I shall fix that in a moment. Fall of the Riddermark. Yes, great evil has befallen the lands of Rohan. Enemies run freely in the lands, pushing over the border as if it were nothing of substance, placing the land into great peril. And much has fallen, much has been lost, broken, or bound by these foes. Women and children fall before the might of Rohan's enemies. It is thus a far unanswered prayer that the days of Helm Hammerhand will be relived in our lifetime. Sad times. Sorry, I just need to adjust my... There we go. Cable getting in the way. Dwalin, inconspicuous. Ah, it's a new spy called Dwalin.
We're watching you, scum.
Khazad-dûm recruitment report. That's a lot of stuff we just recruited. Dol Amroth and the Varyags of Khand are now no longer at what? Okay. That's weird. Lieutenant General Store, you have the meme number of months of subbage. Congratulations. I think you're the first I've seen with it. Oh wow, check it out. Anon Enorad has actually grown in population enough that it's turned into a little high elven stronghold now. It's not just a random village. It's like an actual little elf town. That's sweet. I like to see that. It's good. I see they've mostly buggered off. It's just these guys hanging around here. Yep, you're not having Goblin Town, laddies. Forget about it. Imladris reached. You have reached Imladris, an important elven outpost in Middle-earth, which was established by Elrond. Its natural nesting in what is known as the Hidden Valley brings natural beauty in a defensive position. In addition to Elrond and his family, notable elves who live there include Glorfindel and Erestor. Glorfindel. What a Chad. You get to use him in the High Elf campaign. After like X number of turns in the campaign, he eventually turns up. It's like, I'm here, motherfuckers. I have an elite unit of cavalry bodyguards, and I'm here to lead your army. And I have like 10 billion command stars.
On my way.
Ooh, there was a famous battle here, apparently. Elrond the Fearless versus Captain Romandasil of the Remnants of Angmar. Awesome. And it's cool when you come across one of those. Right, where's my diplomat? I have business with the
Of course, sire.
with the Bjornings. What are you guys all doing here? Just hanging out in Mirkwood. Weirdos.
Of course, sire.
Oh, we're so close, and yet so far.
Plan in mind.
You know, the thing is, if we go up here and we move on to try and take Gundabad, we could also snipe Angmar's capital while we're in the neighborhood. Although I don't think that their capital for some reason is down here. It's not actually Khazad-dûm, which it should be. Don't really know why. I think the AI possibly moves it to make it a more central location. But still, sniping Khazad-dûm would be pretty sweet. Pig farms. No. No pig farms for you. Build your own damn pig farms. Right, see what we got. We got a Frerin, a diplomat. Don't know what to do with you really other than move you that way. And we have a spy. I think I'm going to send the spy over here.
Sire, no further this day. At your service.
And this whole area crawling with spies so I can see what's going on.
Something to investigate.
Have a taste of my blade.
Yes, I'd like to hand over Melfilberg and Fenholm so I don't have to bloody well defend them. I'll lose out on their income, but honestly, I'm fine with that. I'll be alright. Glorfindel fought battles against Balrogs in the First Age, didn't he? Yes, he did. He's the elf who famously helped the survivors of Gondolin flee by single-handedly taking on a Balrog, which he did manage to kill, but the Balrog killed him as well in the process. And then he was reconstituted in Valinor, given back a new body, and sent back to Middle-earth to battle Sauron by the Valar. Bit of a Chad, all things considered.
My lord.
Local elf too angry to die. No, it wasn't about anger, it was just about him making a really noble sacrifice. And the Valar were just like, yep, you know what? This is our guy. He gets to go. We get to say he gets sent back to Middle Earth to go deal with the Sauron thing. He's got the right stuff.
Something to investigate.
Let's have a look at Goblin Town here. Lots of things we can build in this place. Obviously it's got mines, which is excellent. We'll expand those, that's for sure. Great market, healer's post. Because we're going to hold on to Goblin Town. We're definitely going to keep this place. I'm not giving this to anyone. We're hanging on to Goblin Town. It's in the mountains, and therefore that falls within our jurisdiction. But we get our culture up enough. This could become a really good little center of production. Which I like. You want me to build a watchtower up here? How far can Duildin get before he sort of runs out of movement points? There we go. There you go. That little bit of fog of war has been eliminated. Conqueror of Goblin Town, yes. You get a special title when you take Goblin Town. It's pretty neat. Is there a thing in these games where if you put a spy in your own town, it reduces dissent? I remember that being a thing people said years ago, back when Rome Total War first came out. They're like, oh yeah, if you put a spy in your own town, it reduces dissent. And I've never, ever, ever been able to verify whether or not that's actually true. I never bothered to look it up. And when I was originally playing it, you know, I didn't have internet, so I couldn't just go online and check. Whoa, look at all the trade. Oh. Fine dwarven crafts going out to friggin' everywhere right now. Our export industry is booming. You all want some mithril? We've got mithril. Come get your mithril. Woo-hoo-hoo. Significantly less trade over on this side, unfortunately. But Khazad-dûm West is not quite as profitable as Khazad-dûm East. Putting spies in your own town does not reduce dissent. That's what I figured. That was definitely a thing in Shogun 1. That's probably where the myth comes from then, right? People just assumed it was still the case in Rome. Music. Music, 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 music. Where's the music gone? Where is music? There it is. There we go. That's better. As soon as this loads back in. Please load back in. Please. There we go. On that note, let's save the bloody game in case it does crash at some point. Also, what's the time? It's 7 o'clock. We can go for a bit longer. Another 20 minutes, I think.
You're on.
Oh, I forgot to move you guys. Luckily, you're going to move anyway. Colin is still asleep on my lap right now. It's nice, Colin, but like I'm worried that you're going to be up all night now. Everyone's going to be like going, leave me alone, cat, I want to sleep, and you'll be running up and down going, I want to play, I'm bored. Umbaran fleet on the move. Rumours have spread from the coasts of Middle-earth of a large fleet of black-sailed warships heading much farther north than ever seen in the Third Age. Many have guessed that this can only mean the Corsairs seek to reclaim the second greatest port on our shores, Mithlond. Yeah, that's a thing you have to deal with when you're playing as the High Elves. That comes as a very unpleasant surprise. Let's call him big now. I mean, he's about as big as he's going to get, I think. He's not a very big cat. He's definitely grown since I originally got him, but yeah, he's never going to be a huge cat. Alright, Khazad-dûm Fairground is done. Great roads, mining complex. What's the miners' union do? Meh. Pub. We actually don't really need it now. Dwarf culture is 83%. It's not really required, although there might be some later versions of it that do better stuff. I don't know. Let's have a look at the building browser. Pleasure, brewery, pub, feast hall is the best one you can get, and it does actually reduce building costs a little bit. Interesting. I don't really care though. Not enough to actually bother. Healer's Post. Mining complex. Great. Again, it basically comes down to these two. Do you want a great market, great roads, or a mining complex? Great market will be faster and cheaper than the others. So I guess we'll go with that first.
Aye, my liege. Aye, sire. Aye. Aye. Forward. That'll do.
Ah, my
today,
minimap's all
sire.
screwed up because I alt-tabbed. Rip. Right, buildings.
Aye, my lord.
'Tis good to see you, my
How
friend.
you doing? Give region. Benholm and Maythelberg. A gift for you.
How could we refuse such a generous offer? Well,
There
that
you
seemed
go.
Fruitful.
Enjoy!
Farewell.
Now I don't have to worry about managing it anymore.
In your name, sire. Aye, my liege.
We've all duelled in up here.
March to glory. My king. Aye, noble sire.
That'll give them hopefully a bit of an economic boost, which they can use to go kick the asses of the good and bad orcs and whatnot. Watch as they get taken by orcs. Nah, they're alright. They've spawned some garrison units. They'll be okay. Gundabad's still reeling a bit from the kicking I gave them earlier. Most of their forces seem to be elsewhere, probably over here somewhere, I would imagine, fighting Erebor.
Honor, my lord. My king. Marching now.
Alright. Anything else we need to do?
My king.
Don't think so. What now? Well, we've got Angmar to fight. Although I don't know how actively I want to pursue Angmar. Mostly I just want to keep Goblin Town. What I'd like to do is push north and take Gundabad. That's kind of next on the agenda. Gundabad is a must. Colin, this is ridiculous, man. He's like sandwiched between my two legs, and I'm having to keep my legs together in order to stop him from falling between them and onto the floor. Like, what are you doing, dude? Last ride of the Rohirrim. Oh no! The days have gone down in the west. With the coming of desperate times, the men of the Mark have taken up arms, axes and spears being thrust into the hand of every man. From those with barely a few hairs upon their chin to the greyest longbeards. Beside these stand the Eorlungus of Rohan, clad in mail armour, astride fine horses willing to sweep aside those who would take from them the plains of Kalinardhon. This last desperate ride will see death or glory for the men of Eorl, and the setting of a red dawn upon his people. In other words, I think they just got a free stack of pretty good troops as their sort of last stand. So the AI factions do get that in this game. Bride presented, Gurn and Rudd. Alright, there you go. Anorian under attack. Minas Tirith, Guardian's Tower, ancient city of the faithful of Numenor is under siege. Uh-oh. The enemy must now run a 7-level street fighting gambit as they attempt to ascend Mount Mindolwin's mighty carved fortress. The gates, built with the skill of Numenor, will prove a monumental task to overcome before the enemy even kills a single soldier or citizen. Should the enemy succeed in taking the White City, it will leave Gondor greatly weakened and open for conquest. Those who would stand against the Dark Lord would do well to march to the aid of this, the greatest fortress in the west. Yeah, I've got a new army building in Moria, and I'm beginning to think it needs to go south to try and help salvage this mess. Oh. Whoops. Should have completed that mission a while ago. That's silly of me. Okay, Khazad-dûm West Fairgrounds is done. Goblin Town Brewery is done. War declared. Lothlorien and Isengard, okay. Right then.
Aye, Lord.
We're
Move
watching
out.
you.
We march no further today.
So Dunedain diplomat there.
Aye. My king. Aye, sire.
Can we retrain those guys? Oh, I'd like to, but it doesn't look like we can. Right, what are we going to build here now? Pay for all these new units. Great market, mining complex. Make it a great market. Fact. No more low tax rate for you guys, I'm afraid. Wars are coming. We need to up the taxes to pay for it. Yeah, that's a lot of... Well, we bought a lot of stuff, so the projected profits are obviously looking pretty dire.
Aye, my liege. An honour, my king. We march to glory.
Alright,
Aye, my liege.
Owen, out of Goblin Town you come. Dwildin, you get to occupy it. You're the new governor of Goblin Town, essentially.
We're watching you.
And this...
Scum.
we need to figure out.
Aye, Lord. Aye, sire. Aye, Lord. My king.
I do want to hold on to the Bjorning Riders if I can.
Aye.
They're useful. You can be ditch. Eredlu and
My
Pressure.
king. Aye.
There we go. And... Eredlu and Pikeman. Place you with
An honour, my
Gurn.
Splitting up. Aye, Lord. My
You
king.
guys pile in there.
My king.
Right, Owen and Gurn are now pretty much equipped and ready to go north to Gundabad, I think. As equipped as they're going to get, anyway.
An honour, my lord.
Butchie Grassroots, thank you very much for the Prime subbage. Much appreciated. Welcome back. Ugh. Ugh, just went to pet the cat, but he's been grooming himself, so now he's all wet. Yeah.
Aye, sire.
Hello, Dunlendings. How you doing? I forgot about
Aye,
down here.
noble sire. Setting a vigilant watch here.
Is this still Western Peaks down here? Yeah, it is.
Aye, my liege. We march to
Don't even fucking think about it, Dunland. We've got enough to deal with right now without your shenanigans.
in your name, sire.
Oh, cat, seriously, you need to. This is. You're gonna fall off, dude. You're gonna. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's better, right? Now you're not sliding off my lap onto the floor. Sorry, guys, just cat logistics. Right, where was I? Fall off and scratch you in the He will. He'll slide off and he'll start flailing with his claws trying to grab onto something, and that something will be my legs.
My king. We march
Oh, I
to
forgot about you, Farron.
set a watch. We
Oops.
camp here until morning.
Aye, my king.
Dear friends, what can we do for you today?
We don't need military access. We've already got military access. You're right. Okay, I'm not going to piss them off by walking across their lands then. Good.
Until we meet again.
Should we have a look at what Rohan's doing? Whoa. The Lothlorien buildings look weird. Where you at, Rohan? I guess this is it here. King Old Wolf the Fearless. Is that their bonus stack they got? They've really been reduced to one territory, looks like they have. Got those guys over there.
I am a warrior, not an emissary, my lord.
Oh boy. Yeah, Rohan, you're so boned. I don't think anybody's going to be able to get there in time to help you. Best thing anyone could do at this point is try and take Rockburg and then gift it back to you to keep you alive. But yeah, you're pretty screwed. Gondor is also boned. Gondor is boned on a strategic level that, that is going to be difficult to ever fix, honestly. Yeah, I think they might be about to lose Minas Tirith. They've left it remarkably undefended, haven't they? Which is not good.
Honor, my lord. Aye, my liege. My king.
Whenever you play Lothlorien, you always get a strong Rohan, and it's lame. Yeah. The factions you want to do poorly never do poorly, and the ones you want to do well never do well. Like, I could really give less... well, to use the more correct phrase, I couldn't give less of a shit about Dunland and Enedwyth, and yet they are determined to make themselves the main evil protagonists in the West. It's very annoying. Cameth Bryn? You want me to take Cameth Bryn? Can I be asked to take Cameth Bryn? Don't know if I can, if I'm to tell you the truth. I'm kind of happy to sit here in Goblin Town. Mordor and Isengard. Dear, they were not already allied? That surprises me. Okay.
Yes, my king.
Right.
An honor.
Oh, hello, stack of Angmar dudes. Oh, they're starting to get the good units in here. Iron Crown Halberdiers, Iron Crown Warriors.
My king.
Right, Owen, buddy.
In your
Northwards, my friend.
making honor, my lord. My
Farron,
king.
you can go hang out in Goblin Town. Speaking of Goblin Town, pub? Pub. Super Dunland and Enedwyth is an unfortunate consequence of adding minor factions briefly mentioned in the books. Yes, it is irritating, isn't it? I really kind of would prefer if Enedwyth was just independent, you know, the independent faction. Just a bunch of random, you know, grey settlements, rather than being a full-blown faction. Seems weird to complain about there being too many factions in a Total War mod, but yeah, it's just annoying. I don't really want Enedwyth running around ruining everything. It's annoying.
An honor, my lord. We'll rest here.
It's like,
for
hi,
the
we
night.
barely exist in the books and we're here to dominate your entire campaign. It's like, ugh. Go away, you annoying faction.
My king. Move out.
Aye, noble sire.
At your service. They shall not see me, sire.
Awaiting your command.
Oh, hello. Glad I spotted you.
Taste of my blade.
Aye, my liege.
Wonder where he's gonna go, because we might want to kill him before we advance towards Gundabad itself, actually.
Something to investigate.
Your honor.
Frerin, you just hang here. Hello,
Your
Magor.
attention is an honor, noble ally.
Skin changes. Can you guys actually turn into bears in battle? Though they rarely use these forms to fight in open battle, these men are an absolutely formidable opponent. Oh. Shame. I was kind of hoping you could have a unit of bears. Anyway, yes,
I'm
you...
gonna stick you.
Ufthark, we shall keep an eye on you, sir.
Yes, my king. Something to investigate. Not possible.
What have we got waiting for us up here? Not an awful lot, although we've got King Mazog.
Taste of my blade.
Funny looking dude, isn't he? Sort of hairier than I was expecting, if I'm honest. Faction leader.
At your service.
Actually, let's just do a little toggle FOW here again. I want to see what Erebor's doing up here. Not a lot is the answer. They've got yeah, this is where all of Gundabad's armies are. They're rampaging around the east at the moment. They're attacking Dale and Erebor.
I'm gonna stick you. Have a taste of my blade.
Well, honestly, that suits me fine. Dale and Erebor can probably deal with it, and it means there's less for me to worry about. Because really, right now, like what? There's not a lot defending Gundabad and Berzakul up here, is there? They've got a fairly big army at Dayan's Halls. And then they've got Uthak. I reckon we could take them. But the nice thing is, once you take Gundabad, you can just go next door to Litash and start, and then up the road to Khazad-dûm and start really ruining Angmar's day. And Mount Graham as well, actually. I think I do probably want to take Mount Graham as well, because, you know, mountain settlement. Therefore, I want it. Same with Khazad-dûm. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I think that wraps it up for today. I gotta go. So, I know you're used to a little bit longer in the way of streams for this game usually, but today I need to go, so I have a thing at 8 o'clock that I must be... Well, I need to go feed myself, and probably feed Colin here, because he's just been sitting here sleeping ever since this afternoon. And he needs feeding. You do, don't you, cat? He's still... I've never seen... He's having one of his off days at the moment, clearly. Definitely having an off day, aren't you? You don't normally sleep this much during the day. I'm actually a little surprised. I came in this afternoon and found him asleep on my office chair. So I moved him, I sat down, then he sat on my lap. And he's been there pretty much ever since, aside from the brief bit where I had to get up earlier before the stream started. You're a sleepy cat today. Right, save game. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's been a pleasure. Thanks very much for tuning in. Hope you've enjoyed. And I will join you next weekend for more. As, Lord Owen, conqueror of Goblin Town, marches northwards to conquer Gundabad. I wonder if you get a cool title for taking Gundabad. I hope so. But yes, that's going to be our ongoing goal for probably the next couple of streams, is to eliminate Gundabad. Well, maybe not eliminate them completely as a faction, but actually take Mount Gundabad itself, definitely. Then, you know, give Angmar a bit of a kicking. Take Mount Graham, Khazad-dûm, all that. And while that's going on, we're going to be in the process of assembling this army together. Who knows, maybe even I'll get Balin to lead it. I don't know. I mean, probably not, to be fair. Balin's just such a good governor. It's, I'd be hurting my wallet just to move him. But, he is also a tank in combat, so it's sort of like, But yeah, anyway, we're building an army here which is going to march south and maybe somehow rescue Rohan. I don't know if it can be done, but it'd be nice. There is actually a way I think I might be able to bring Rohan back from the dead if they do die off. It is a bit of a weird one though. So a thing happened in my High Elf campaign that I noticed, which was interesting. Which was, when I was doing my High Elf campaign, I marched up here and I took Goblin Town. I took Cameth Bryn, I took Goblin Town, and I marched out here. There was a bunch of Gundabad Orcs giving me trouble, and I just marched into Maethelberg, took it, and I basically burned the place to the ground. You know, destroyed all the buildings, set it to very high taxes, moved all my troops out, and let it rebel. Because I wasn't interested in taking the place, I just wanted to burn it down and make sure all the Gundabad Orcs were long dead at that point. Just really, you know, wreck the place. Scorched earth, essentially. And what I found very interesting is what happened was when the town rebelled, it didn't just turn into the random rebel faction, it turned into Anduin Vale. Now, the Bjornings weren't totally wiped out in the campaign at that point. They still had like a couple settlements left. They were on the ropes though. But when the settlement rebelled, it actually turned into a Bjorning town instead of a random rebel town. This did become a little awkward because then I immediately became at war with the Bjornings as a result of this. It was very weird. It thrust me into war with the Bjornings. Luckily, I was able to go to them with a diplomat straight away, ask for a ceasefire and an alliance, and they accepted. So I'm hoping maybe we can achieve the same here. So if Rohan get wiped out down here, if I march south and I take Rockburg, and then I deliberately make it rebel, it might turn into Rohan. And then I'll just get a diplomat to go to Rohan and say, hi, ceasefire, alliance plus trade rights, all that good shit. And then we can bring Rohan back from the dead, essentially, and then reconquer Rohan for them. That's kind of what I'm hoping we might be able to do, but I don't know if it can be done. I don't know if, that rebel mechanic works if the faction is completely dead. I don't know if you can actually bring them back to life like that. I'm not... We'll see. We'll find out one way or the other, I suppose, probably. Anyway, that's the plan for next time. That'll be next weekend, everybody. As will probably be us kicking these Angmarim off our lawn. But that'll be then. And the game just randomly minimized for some reason. Okay, that was weird. Thanks, folks. Catch you next time. Toodaloo.